Hello my dear students, my name is Jasprit Singh from DAV CENT Public School, NABHA, and today we are here to continue class 12th accountancy first chapter not for profit organization. We have uploaded two videos related to this chapter, and today we are discussing most important topic, and this topic is very easy. And of course, one more thing, we will start accounts related to this chapter. So what is the topic? The topic is receipt and payment account. Very important topic. I told you in the beginning that we will make the financial statement related to NPO. After making accounts, after making trial balance, we have to make first the receipt and payment account. Now what is a receipt and payment account? So let's see the definition. It is a summary of cash including bank receipts and payments during an accounting period. Now this is simple thing. It is just a summary of cash and bank transactions. Receipt and payment account, we just have one account in which we have summarized all the transactions related to cash and bank, whether those are receipts and payments. And now most of the students were actually thinking ki why we are making this account. We have already cash book, cash account, bank account, so why we are making this one? The reason behind this is very simple. In our cash account or cash book, so many transactions are there. Seriously, like if we talk about subscription, if we talk about salary, subscription we get many times in a year, in an accounting year. So what is a simply journal entry? Cash account debited to subscription, and just after 10 days another person came, which is our member of course, and gave the amount of subscription. Cash account debited to subscription, then again cash account debited to subscription. So many times it happens. To summarize all the subscription amount, we will write only one time to subscription in the receipt and payment account. That's why we make receipt and payment account to summarize all the cash and bank related transaction. So I hope you got this one also. Okay, now the next thing is it begins with opening cash and bank balances, like in the cash book, cash in hand or at bank. We wrote now we have learned these things in cash book also. While we are preparing the cash account or cash book, if we have the previous cash balance or bank balance, अगर opening balance होगा, we wrote it over there as cash in hand or cash at bank. Similarly, in this account also we write cash in hand or cash at bank at the opening and in the closing also. While closing the account, we will also write if there is any kind of balance, cash in hand or cash at bank. Okay ji, and there is one more thing, please listen to me carefully. Just like cash book, you know how was the cash book? When we got the cash, just suppose we got the interest amount, and what would be the entry? Cash account debited to interest received. जो टू वाली सारी चीज़ें थी, कैश अकाउंट वो हमारा मेन हेडिंग था, टू इंटरेस्ट रिसीव्ड. लेफ्ट साइड पे वी यूज टू राइट कैश अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू इंटरेस्ट रिसीव्ड. इफ वी गोट रेंट अमाउंट, व्हाट वुड बी द एंट्री? कैश अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू रेंट अकाउंट, टू रेंट रिसीव्ड अकाउंट, या ये लिख सकते हैं. तो कैश ऊपर है, टू रेंट रिसीव्ड. सिमिलर to the cash book or to the cash account, all the receipts are on the left side, debit side. Okay, and all the payments, just suppose you have to pay the salary, what would be the entry? Salaries account debited to cash. So in the cash account we wrote it like cash account was there, buy salary on the right side, on the credit side. Similarly, receipts are shown on the debit and payments जो हैं आपकी, those are shown on the credit side of the account. I hope you got it. Now the next main thing, which is very important for you to understand. every receipt and payment we will record in the receipt and payment account, whether those are related to capital nature, those are of capital nature, or those are of revenue nature. चाहे वो capital nature की हो, चाहे वो revenue nature की हो. So what is the difference? Just let me tell you an example. If we purchase a furniture, if we purchase a building, this is of a capital nature. Because why it is of capital nature? Because payment given for purchasing the building, that payment or to purchasing the building, that will be beneficial for us for more than one accounting year. Building 5, 10, 15, 20 साल चलेगी. That's why we can capitalize that expenditure. Okay, that transaction will be included. अब छोटी पेमेंट की बात करें, सैलरीज जैसे थी और रेंट अगर देना पड़ गया, रेंट पेड डेबिटेड टू कैश. रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट विल रिकॉर्ड कैपिटल एज वेल एज रेवेन्यू नेचर आइटम, दोनों ही रिकॉर्ड करेगा. एंड देयर इज वन मोर थिंग यू हैव टू रिमेंबर related to the transaction will be recorded related to cash, and all the transaction of cash and bank will be recorded, whether they are related to current year, previous year or next year. पिछले साल की किसी की पेमेंट रह गई थी, बंदा इस साल आके पकड़ा गया, we will record. किसी के पास बहुत पैसे आ गए and he just paid us an advance amount, we will record. बड़ी खुशी खुशी रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. ओके, सो ऑल 3 रिकॉर्ड करेंगे, whether those are related to current year, related to previous year or next year. So I hope you have understood all the things related to definition. Now from this definition we can have the characteristics or the features of receipt and payment account. So what are those characteristics? नेचर जो है इसकी, इट इज़ एन एसेट अकाउंट. हाउ इट इज़ एन एसेट अकाउंट? इज जस्ट लाइक ए कैश अकाउंट. कैश इज अवर एसेट. और समरी ऑफ कैश रिसीट है, पेमेंट्स है इंक्लूडिंग बैंक एंड बैलेंस. बैंक बैलेंस है और कैश बैलेंस. ओके. सेकंड है बेसिस ऑफ प्रिपेयरिंग. व्हाट बेसिस ऑन वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट? प्योरली कैश बेसिस. वी विल नॉट रिकॉर्ड एनी काइंड ऑफ क्रेडिट ट्रांजेक्शंस in the receipt and payment account. I told you it is a cash book type, cash account type. So why do we record credit transaction? Okay, only cash transactions we record in receipt and payment account. Next thing, capital and revenue. I told you all receipt and payments of both nature, जितनी भी होंगी, whether those are related capital nature or revenue nature, we will record. नेक्स्ट इज पीरियड जो है इसका, ऑल कैश एंड बैंक ट्रांजेक्शन रिलेटेड टू करंट ईयर, प्रीवियस ईयर और नेक्स्ट ईयर, तीनों सालों का वी विल रिकॉर्ड. ओपनिंग एंड क्लोजिंग बैलेंसेस. रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट नॉर्मली स्टार्ट विद एन ओपनिंग बैलेंस, ओके, एंड एंड विद द क्लोजिंग बैलेंस. ओके जी. The last one, it is not the last one, second last, adjustment. This is a very beautiful thing. There is no adjustment in receipt and payment account. What kind of adjustment we are saying? You remember the trading account, profit and loss account? There were so many adjustments we had to do. What kind of adjustment was there? Related to outstanding, related to prepaid, related to depreciation and so many other things. So those kinds of things are not in the receipt and payment account. It is very simple. Just उठा के एंट्री डालनी है. Nothing to discuss so much. Okay, there is no burden. And the last purpose. Why do we prepare receipt and payment account? Simply to show cash and bank transactions. Okay ji, receipts and payments. This is the main purpose, to make a receipt and payment account. Before going to the next part, let me tell you one thing. A student was asking for the doubt. Annuity fund. Sir, please repeat. So what is annuity? Now listen to me carefully. let me give you an example. In the banking terms na, this kind of thing is normally happens. Just suppose there are some elders, कुछ बुढ़े हैं, मतलब कुछ बुजुर्ग लोग हैं जो they don't trust upon their children, वो अपने बच्चों के ऊपर ट्रस्ट नहीं कर रहे. और सपोज कोई ऐसे हैं जो जिनके पास बच्चे है ही नहीं, they don't have any descendants. So what can they do? वो उनके पास ज़मीन है, they can go to the bank with the condition कि please take our land, हमारे ज़मीन के कागजात ले लो, and please fix some amount of money for us on monthly basis or on annually basis. This is normally on annually basis, कि हमारा कुछ एक पक्का फिक्स कर दो, हमें हर साल इतने इतने पैसे भेज देना. Then bank, what bank will do according to the value of the asset, whatever the asset is given by the person, उनके द्वारा जो एसेट दिया गया उस वैल्यू के अकॉर्डिंग they can fix an annuity, an amount, a specific amount which they will pay to the beneficiary, जो जिन्होंने एसेट दिया है उनको देते रहेंगे. What after that? सपोज करो 5 साल 10 साल बाद जाके they got died, मर गए, एंड जो लैंड है अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट कंडीशन दैट विल बिकम द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द बैंक. नाउ यू गॉट द होल प्रोसीजर. पहले वो जाके अपनी ज़मीन दे के आए, कागजात दे के आए कि हमारे पास इतनी इनकम फिक्स कर दो, जस्ट बिकॉज वी गेव यू अवर लैंड. एंड पर ये नहीं है कि वो बैंक वाले जाके कब्जा कर लेंगे. टिल देयर डेथ दे कैन नॉट यूज दैट लैंड. इन द सेम NPO ऑल्सो दिस टर्म इज यूज्ड कि एन्युटी फंड क्रिएट हो जाता है from which they pay some amount of money to the beneficiary, because beneficiary gave them an asset. एसेट का चार्ज, एसेट की जो मतलब है ना, वो क्या बोलते हैं, ओनरशिप है जो, वो NPO को दे जाते हैं, बट विद द फिक्स अमाउंट ऑफ मनी कि इतने पैसे हमारे घर पे भेज दिया करना जी, साल बाय ईयर. तो जब बेनिफिशियरी की डेथ हो जाएगी, दैट एसेट विल बिकम द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ NPO. So I think you got it. Next we have limitations of receipt and payment account. The first one, it doesn't show expense and incomes for the accounting period. Now what is it? कहते show नहीं करता expense and income for the accounting period. But we have already told that we record all the transactions related to expense or income, payment, receipt. But how can we say it doesn't show expense or income? The main problem is this one, because it shows expenses and incomes for earlier period as well as following period. देखो जी, I told you ना कि पिछले साल के खर्चे और पिछले साल की अगर किसी ने कोई दिया है इनकम, लास्ट ईयर की किसी की सब्सक्रिप्शन रह गई, and he gave that amount of subscription in current period, we just record it. We cannot separate them whether it is related to last year or next year. That's why we don't have any clue in receipt and payment account which receipt or which payments are specifically related to current year. So this is the main problem. Another is it doesn't show whether the NPO is able to meet its day-to-day expenses out of its income. It cannot show the day-to-day expenses. How? Because simply it shows a summarized form. उसमें एक एक दिन का नहीं दिखाया जाता. We have the account in a summarized form. So day-to-day we cannot show. हर दिन के लिए separate entry we cannot show. We have all the entries into a summarized form. जैसे एक लिखा हुआ वहाँ पर to subscription. In receipt and payment account, if we write to subscription, it means that amount is combined amount from whole of the year. So we cannot show them separately. What are the day-to-day expenses? Now what else? this is very important thing, as we are telling from the beginning that a receipt and payment accounts is just like cash account or cash book, but still there is a major difference. There are differences, बहुत सारे हैं जी, कैश अकाउंट के जैसा है, but still there are differences. Difference between receipt and payment account and cash book, here we are going to discuss. And the main thing is, please note down the heading, remember the headings also. Whenever a 1 mark question will be there in examination, they will tell you, like they will ask ki differentiate between receipt and payment account and cash book on the basis, and they will tell you the basis. They will specially write over there on the basis. Suppose उसने लिखा कि differentiate the receipt and payment account from the cash book on the basis of date. So it is mandatory for us that we will talk about only date, not anything else. तो ये वाले चीज़ हैं जो these are very important for you. Okay, so the first one, basis. On what basis we prepare receipt and payment account? This is a summary of cash book, first thing, and it is prepared from cash book or cash account. ओके, कैश बुक का क्या है? कैश बुक रिकॉर्ड्स ईच एंड एवरी ट्रांजैक्शन सेपरेटली, ईच एंड एवरी ट्रांजैक्शन, ओके, और वो डेली बेसिस. चलो वो तो बाद में. पीरियड जो है सेकंड, इसका जो पीरियड है एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर, बट कैश बुक डेली वी रिकॉर्ड ट्रांजैक्शंस ऑन डेली बेसिस इन द कैश बुक. डेट, receipt and payment account, as I told you, it's a summarized form. At the end of the year we have to make. So how can we put the dates? So there is not date wise transactions, there is not date wise recording, it is just a summarized form. Okay, on the other hand, transactions are recorded date wise, okay, in the cash book. Institutions receipt and payment accounts सिर्फ NPO ही बनाते हैं, बट कैश बुक इज प्रिपेयर्ड बाय ऑल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. साइड्स जो है, वी सिंपली नो दैट एवरी अकाउंट हैज 2 sides, डेबिट, क्रेडिट, ओके, बट द थिंग इज receipt and payment sides. In receipt and payment account, debit and credit sides are there, but we will mention those sides specifically. Left side will be receipt side, right side will be payment side, okay, but in the cash book you know that it will be debit and credit side. So this is also a difference. And the last one, ledger folio. याद है, we did in the previous year. There is no column for the ledger folio in the receipt and payment account, but in the cash book there was a separate column. So this is the format of receipt and payment account, and I told you before that quite similar with the cash account. So let's see what kind of things, what kind of transactions we have in receipt and payment account. First of all, in the format receipt and payment account in the capital letters, the thing which is mandatory for you to write for the year ended, whatever the year is, you have to write this, otherwise half mark will be deducted definitely. If you don't write for the year ended, half mark gaye. Okay, debit side you have to write, credit side. Now in the format, as I told you, debit side is called receipts, credit side is payments. Instead of using the word amount, AMOUNT, or some students use the word AMT dot, don't use that, just use our currency symbol, rupee. Now what kind of receipts we can have? First of all, as I told you earlier, in receipt and payment account we start this account by writing down the balance, opening balance, cash in hand, cash at bank, and there is no need to add these amounts, just write them separately. Which one is cash in hand, which one is cash at bank. And there is one more thing, if there is an overdraft in the cash at bank the overdraft is a liability for us. We have to pay that money, so it will be shown on credit side. ठीक है, by balance BD, bank overdraft, whatever the amount is. Cash in hand cannot be overdraft. Next thing, to subscription. So whatever the subscription is, previous year wali, current year, next year, all three types of subscription we will write here, add, then we will write here. Okay, simply we are going to combine all these types of subscription and the main amount will be here. Next one, so what kind of receipts we can have? As I told you before also, general donation, or it may be a specific donation, a grant for specific purpose. Entrance fees हो सकती है, sale of old newspaper, we sell old newspapers, raddi, and we got some money, some amount. Next, interest on investment, we invested some amount and we get some sort of interest on that investment, so this will be here. Rent received, पैसे मिल गए. Life membership fee from a member, we get life membership fee. Legacies, so what are legacies? I told you, according to the will of a deceased person, the amount we get as donation. मरे हुए बंदे का उसकी वसीयत के अकॉर्डिंग जो पैसे मिलेंगे आफ्टर हिज डेथ, दैट विल बी कॉल्ड लेगेसी. द लास्ट वन बैलेंस CD है, इसके बारे में बाद में बात करेंगे. पेमेंट्स, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पेमेंट्स? सैलरीज if we have some sort of employees, rent if we have a rented plot or a building, postage expenses, repair, insurance, ये सारे खर्चे हैं. Honorarium, I told you, when a person is not an employee but we have to pay the remuneration just to honor him, this word is used, honorarium. Municipal taxes we have to pay. Price distributed, some sort of distribution is there and we have, this is an expense, that's it. Miscellaneous payments, there may be other payments also. Sports equipment, if we have purchased sports equipment, that is also an expense for us. Payments. Investments, we have invested that amount, we spend it. Last, balance CD. As we have opening balance, here we have closing balance. Carry down, cash in hand, cash at bank लिखना था. Cash at bank. Okay जी, separately we will write. And the last total, इसका जो आ जाएगा, balance निकालना आपको आता है. Total of this side, then subtract the total of this side, we will get some sort of balance. And if in the banking transactions, वो आपको पता लग ही जाएगा. If there is an overdraft balance, it will be carried down here, it will be recorded here. Balance, carry down, bank overdraft. Okay ji, so this is a format, there is nothing to do. Let me tell you one thing, it's very easy. Why it is easy? Because the main thing is there are no adjustments. The trial balance, the major information will be given to you and you just have to put those, take those account and put it into here. उठा के बस रखने हैं. But you have to observe one thing, only cash basis transaction we record in the receipt and payment account. Okay, we are not talking about here any outstanding, okay, any prepaid, वो चीज़ें जहाँ पर कोई adjustment नहीं उसकी. Whatever the receipts we get, whatever the payments we give, we just record it here. So that's about today guys. In the next video we will try some sort of questions related to receipt and payment account. So bye bye.